Good morning. Today I'm going to take you on my PD training. It's a PD training day for me. I actually have some news to share. If you saw the thumbnail of this video, you'll know that I have new plans for next year, and as a result, I have to do some training related to my new position and what I'll be doing. So later on in the video, I'll share a little bit about what next year is going to look like and what led me to make that change, the decision-making process, and kind of the reason why I thought that this was the right decision for me at this point. But for now, I am headed over to a training. If you saw my one of the last times that I went to a training was last semester, and I actually had to go out of town for that one. This one is a little bit closer, so I am so excited that I do not have to go out of town. The grandparents are watching the children today. I really just want to get in the right mind frame, because a lot of times it can feel like, why are we doing this, or why do we have to do this? It's up to you whether or not you want to suffer. And so I'm just kind of approaching this as this is a day for me to learn and hone in on my craft and just kind of be thankful for the things that, whoops, I was playing with the cord. Okay, kind of be thankful for the things that I have, and I have this opportunity. It's costing the district $3,000 for me to attend this training. So I have to be thankful that those funds are allotted to improve me as a teacher, and that the state of Texas has implemented this so that all students and all teachers can access this material, this new style of learning, and it's hopefully we will see an impact in the learning and the quality of the education that we give to our children, my own children included, because now that I'm a teacher mom, right? Like before I was just a teacher, and now I'm a teacher mom. And so my own children are included in this, which kind of, once you have children, it changes your perspective. I know in the past I've been guilty of feeling like disgruntled, and it's kind of hard to look at the bigger picture when you don't have your own personal children. So I'm just trying to approach it. I'm not saying that like teachers that don't have children are that way. I'm just saying that sometimes it's hard to reframe it in a way to look at the bigger picture. I think it's like sometimes hard because as humans, like we're all guilty of this, like you don't see the bigger picture. And so it just impacts you in a certain way, and you wish that it didn't have to be the way that it is or whatever. And so I'm just trying to look at the bigger picture to help me get through the training. And so the bigger picture is that it is costing money for me to be here. And so I'm going to, if you look at it that way, like if I were paying $3,000 to attend this training, gosh darn it, I'm going to get as much information as I can from it and learn as much as I can from it. So that's kind of the way that I'm trying to approach this. That being said, I am headed over to the training, and I will check back in with you at lunch and share my plans with you later on and see the reason why I chose to make this change and what training I am attending. So check back soon. If you're new here, I'm Nicole from Teacher of 20, and here I love to inspire new and seasoned teachers by talking about all things classroom organization, student engagement, and teaching hacks. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like this content, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. It helps the algorithm know to suggest this video for other people that may be interested in this content. lunch, and I just had an opportunity to go in and get settled. We learned a little bit about the curriculum, and I also had a chance to kind of get some steps in when we took our break. So I was kind of walking around the facility and just kind of knowing that, as I've said in the past, I'll put a card up for like self-care videos that I've done. Maybe I can start a self-care playlist. But I'm trying to be very mindful about the things that bring me joy and peace during the school year. So one of those things is, physical activity and protecting my, space. When I walked in, I heard some people talking about how they didn't want to be here, which is kind of what I predicted. And I mean, I can feel that way if I let myself, right? But I tried not to. So I thought, instead of engaging in conversation, that I would kind of just walk around and kind of take in the scenery. The facility that I'm at is actually it's not like in the middle of the city or anything. It's kind of more, there's a lot of nature around, and so I thought it would be nice to have a peaceful walk. I also thought it was interesting that the building, it is like Texas themed. So each room has like the Enchanted Rock room and the Big Bend room and things like that. So I thought it's really neat that they incorporated Texas into the theme of the facility. They had a cappuccino machine, which is super nice. So I had myself a cappuccino, even though I'm not technically supposed to be having like sugar and things like that because it's bad for my health. But I just went ahead and treated myself. So I did that, and so that's why I'm talking so fast right now. But anyway, I know that I had said that I wanted to kind of get into a little bit of why I was kind of made this decision to change. So I had just kind of going back to the whole self-care theme. I was feeling like I needed to change something, and I knew that switching schools wasn't it. I truly believe that I found my forever school. I really envision myself, like, I meet teachers now that have been there forever and ever, and they're not the teachers that like seem burnt out or negative. They really like just are in it because they like teaching. And so I would like to be like that. That's kind of what the goal that I have for myself is, to find joy in everything. And so as a result, I didn't think that it was the school necessarily. I did reach out to my principal and I shared that I was looking for a change. And so she came to me. I had initially thought about maybe doing like being a second grade teacher, kind of switching grade levels, switching things up. And so I ultimately, she said that wouldn't be an option because obviously there's always staffing issues and things like that. And so she can't just like take a teacher out of second grade because I want to go teach second grade. Life doesn't work that way. I wish it did. So anyway, a month later or so, she came to me and asked me if I would consider teaching first grade. And at first I was a bit apprehensive because I had younger kids at the time. Like when I started working in this school, I had younger kids. So I was kind of burnt out on the whole younger kid thing, and I wanted to try. I've never been a classroom teacher in 3rd through 5th. So I always had that was in the back of my mind when I accepted the position that I did as a 4th grade teacher. And I feel like I've grown a lot these last 2 years being in 4th grade. And I feel like now my then first grader is going into 3rd grade. So he's kind of getting older, and I feel like now I'm missing like the younger grades. My own personal children have even told me, "Mom, why do you talk to us like we're in the 1st grade?" So I feel like maybe it's just that I am a nurturing person, and my children that are in 3rd through 5th don't need nurturing. And at the time when I accepted my 4th grade position, I had younger kids that needed nurturing, and that bucket was full for me, and I couldn't nurture anybody else. And so that was why the 4th grade position was kind of a good fit for me at that time. And now as the time has progressed, now when my mom brain, I don't need to nurture as much, but so that bucket for me is empty. And I think that even like, I don't remember as far back as like 20-year-old Nicole, but I feel like even back then, like that's what got me into teaching. Like I'm just like a nurturing person. And so I think that now that that bucket is empty, because my own personal kids are older, I think that that would be a good fit for me. So I've decided to teach 1st grade next year at the same school. So I'm excited. I'm super excited about it. I was like I said, I was hesitant, and then I thought about it, and like the more that time progresses, the more it makes sense, and it's like what feels good. I mean, at the time I had just committed to it, and I didn't, I was worried. I was like, what did I get myself into? But then now that I've had like a time to reflect on it, I think that this will actually be a really good fit, and I'm actually extremely excited about getting started. So that's what I'll be doing. And the reason why I'm at this training today is because the Texas legislature legislated that all K through 3rd teachers need to complete a reading academy that is 10 sessions long. So this is the first of 10 trainings that I'll do throughout the summer and next school year, and it will train me in reading. Now, the position that I've accepted is still in the Spanish immersion program, meaning that I am going to be teaching 1st grade math science, and I'll have a partner teacher who's teaching language arts and social studies. But with that in mind, I can see the reasoning why the Texas legislature or the powers that be want all teachers to access this training, is because we just want to like, these are the early literacy grades. Literacy or reading instruction is not something that you're innately like going to pick up, as well as language. Like language is more something that everybody just picks up. It's not needed to be taught as explicitly as is reading. So I understand why I need to be here. Some other teachers at this training didn't understand why they needed to be here, so they asked the presenter, various people, I guess, asked the presenter multiple times, and so she had to kind of address it as a whole, that's why we need to be here. And do I want to be here? No, probably not, but we need to, so it's better if we show up with a professional attitude and an open heart and mind. So that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, so that's the spiel. That's what's going on. And right now we're at lunch. I'm going to try to get a little bit of more steps in. I would love to hear in the comments what you think of this new position. If you have any words of wisdom for me, because it has been 14 years since I last taught 1st grade. 1st grade is the grade that I taught my very first job out of college, and I was 22 at the time. So from the time that I was 22 till the time that I was 26 years old, I taught 1st grade, and I am now 41 years old. So it has been a minute. So if you have any advice or anything that you want to share with me about 1st graders nowadays, then please share that with me in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I am loving having a YouTube community, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm to get this video out to other viewers, and if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel and give me any tips or suggestions for anything that you think about my content down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I would love to hear from any subscribers and non-subscribers alike. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.